Hello there, good evening, and welcome to my favourite show of the week, the Planet Cruise TV show. No matter what mood I'm in, this show always cheers me up. And tonight, we've actually got a really exciting show. We've got some cruises and some experiences that we've never, ever shown before. And some great exclusive deals as well. Glenn is back with us. Hello, matey.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Your hair is always... you know, so, have you just done it cut again?
Yeah, I got up here early, so I go to my little shack just next to Sainsbury's. But I've got a little bit of man flu at the moment, so I thought I'd cheer myself up.
Oh, bless you.
But I'm on holiday. I'm actually on holiday at the moment. I'm off for about 7 or 8 days.
But you've decided to join us.
I thought I'd pop in and see you. So got my hair trimmed, I'm ready to go, and we've got some good deals tonight.
Do you know, we've got some really exciting deals, some firsts actually. We're going to talk about this in a second, but everyone that books cruise tonight gets entered into a prize draw, don't they?
For a goodie bag, yeah. We've got a planet. We've gone through the through the offices and found out what we've got under our tables. We put it all in a bag. Good. Yeah, it does look all right. It does look all right. So yeah, we've got a goodie bag to give away tonight, and I think anyone that books tonight will be entered into that and get a chance to win it.
Now we've actually got some cruises tonight and some destinations that we've never ever featured before.
We've got one of the ships which is 6-star deluxe, which is amazing, and the other one is going down to Antarctica, which I don't think we've ever offered before. No. And we always say sometimes there's bucket list places. If you've ever wanted to go down there, get your details, get your pen and paper ready, because that's something our second deal tonight is something a little bit different.
And it really, I mean, it's fascinating.
We've been talking about it all afternoon.
We really have. I'd love to do it. I'd love to. And then we've got a really great taster river cruise coming up.
Got a river cruise coming up, and we've also got the new MSC ship that's coming out in 2020 as well, and a great price on a new vessel, which is fantastic.
So a really great show.
A little bit of everything tonight, I think.
Now, I bet you've got some shout-outs, haven't you?
I've got one or two.
Let's
have a quick look. Here we go. Let's get a little list out. So first of all, we've got the Binghams. The Binghams, I said I'd give you a call out. How are you guys? You're going out on Morella Explorer 2. They've been away already on holiday, so said not to do it until this week, but how are you guys? I've got Derek and Philippa Innall. They're going on the Celebrity. They booked one of the deals from our show the other day, so they're off to the Fields.
And we should say we've got one of the most popular celebrity cruises ever coming up later
tonight. Love a celebrity
deal.
Stay tuned. We've got the girls, Philippa and Tracy. They're off to Egypt. God help us. They're going off to there for about 10 days, so they're looking forward to it. Hi, girls. How are you? I said I'd give you a shout out. We've got Susan Jackson. I think it's your birthday tomorrow. She said she's 21. Might be pushing that one, but I said I'd give her a shout out. And also Martin and Sue. Chris emailed me today saying they've booked their first cruise with Morella, so hi to you guys as well. So
brilliant.
Yeah, that's my call outs for today.
Well, we'd better start with our first cruise. Now, I've never done. I've been very lucky. I've been on about 27, 28 cruises.
You haven't.
By the way, Glenn, if you don't know Glenn, and most of you do, but works Planet Cruise,
well.
so... well, yeah.
Pop in.
I think he's gone part-time.
Yeah, but I do
But you know the business inside out.
Yes, I do.
But I've never done a river cruise, and I think this is a great little kind of taster, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we always say, I would say, compare the ocean cruise to river cruise. I think river cruise are slightly more expensive, purely because, obviously, there's less people on there, and they are a little bit more expensive. And I think sometimes people look at the prices, sometimes think, oh, you know, it's quite expensive for a 7-day cruise. But if you look at this one, this is around Christmas time, just before Christmas. If you want to trial, it's 4 nights, 5 days, fantastic cruise, this one. And it's on Riviera Travel, who, whenever we feature Riviera, they've got great single prices, and they always sell really, really well.
I was saying, looking at the dates, for nearly every single one of them, you don't actually have to pay anything extra. For
no, exactly, and it's literally this time next year, so you can pay, I think, the £1 deposit and then pay the money off over the next 12 months.
But this is all about getting excited about Christmas next year with these fabulous Christmas markets.
Exactly, and again, I think if you've never done the Christmas markets before, they are fantastic, and they just give a chance to people to get back on the ship and enjoy, and then, of course, get off and just experience Christmas. And I think it's nice just to have that build-up, isn't it? I mean, we all get excited about Christmas anyway, but to actually be there in these markets, wandering around, buying presents that you haven't bought yet, you know, for the family and loved ones, it's a great opportunity. And it's quite nice. It is going to be cold at that time of year, so to wrap up and you have the sort of the hot wine and the glühwein and just get involved in it.
I'd love it.
Yeah.
And that is the perfect date, actually. Well, the lead date is the 16th of December, so I'd be away for her birthday.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, exactly.
And we should say no flying on this one either, is there?
No flying. This is the rail on this one, so this is taking you from St Pancras over to join the ship. Obviously, your transfers included on that. And as I said, whenever we feature Riviera, we featured them quite a few over the last few months. They always sell really, really well. But what we would say is they've got these single supplements on, and we say every time with Riviera that if you're a single traveller and you want to get on one of these cruises, they only have a certain amount of cabins for singles per cruise. Once they go, then you almost pay double. So But what's good about this, we've got multiple dates, because even though we've based it on the George Elliot ship, they have multiple ships going out on these durations.
They're all
so
very
it's
similar.
not available on the 1st, you can do it on the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, and they're all the same ports.
But the single prices, Glenn just said, will go really quickly. Am I right in saying excursions are included as well?
Yeah, excursions included on this one as well. But again, with this one, you might do something in the morning and then just go and wander around the markets in the afternoon. It's a lot more relaxed on a river cruise than some of the big vessels we have, so good opportunity to see.
Well, let's have a little look, shall we? We'll get on board. So obviously it's a rail journey across.
So we're going to rail journey, and then we're going to...
that's from St Pancras, yeah?
That's from St Pancras, and then from there we're going to join into Cologne. And again, when you join, you might have a little bit of time to go and wander off, but again, you'll probably just want to bed yourself onto the vessel. And as I said, with the river cruise, you haven't got the West End shows and surfing and rock climbing. It's a lot more relaxed way to do it, but it's a nice opportunity just to chill out and relax as you join the ship in Cologne. Now, from there we go down to Rudesheim. Now, Rudesheim is a beautiful destination. Again, we're entering into the Rhine Gorge. You've got the wine town there as well, so if you do like your wines, you can try some of the German wines. Your face always has a little grin.
No, I got told off last week. I mentioned drinks packages, drinks far too much. I'm on best behaviour.
Okay, so they do lovely tea and coffee there as well. And, of course, this is your first chance where you're going to experience the Christmas markets. Again, a lot of the markets are very, very similar, but they will be slightly different as well, if you know what I mean. And, again, it's just nice to wander around and get into that Christmas spirit. From there, we go down to Koblenz. Now, Koblenz is the ancient squares. They've got beautiful old-style restored historical buildings with stunning frontiers. You've got also quite hidden passageways to wander around. But as I said, again, they'll have Christmas markets in that part of the world. Then down into Bonn, and this is the historical former capital, and again, great festivals. They've got the artisans and the festivals there, and of course the markets. But the whole of this is just a really, really nice way to experience this part of the world, and many won't have been there before, so it's new destinations to go and explore. And then from there, back into Cologne, and Cologne's got the most photographed cathedral in Germany. More markets, that hub area there, just to wander around and get lost for the day.
I bet it's magical.
And the atmosphere is going to be wonderful. And as I said, this goes out nearly not every day, but nearly every day in December. So the ships will slightly differ, but the experience will be the same, the ports will be the same, and it's a nice opportunity. And again, remember, no single supplements on all of those dates.
And then, of course, your rail journey back to the UK.
Exactly.
Yeah. So no flight.
We've got to get you back.
So let's just run. I think it's lovely, this one. Really like it. So, I forgot to mention deposit starting from just £1.
Just per person?
Per person, so it's a couple of you, that's £2. But and it's amazing to secure your place on that for just a couple of pounds there. Excursions, they are included in every port. No single supplement on selected cabins. There's a lot of dates actually there to choose from, but they will go very, very quickly. It is, of course, a return rail journey from St Pancras, and the ships differ slightly just depending on departure date there. But price-wise, now this is really good. When you look, there are dates as we were saying there all the way through. So I'm just picking out the best date for me there.
We were just having a look at it. As I said, if you look at the 12th of December, that's a really good price. Superior Suite, 679.
Yes,
on there.
yeah.
And there's also one on the 16th as well at 629. But again, what I would say to you is have a look at those single supplements. Now, again, when you guys call in today, for example, you might say, oh, I want to go on the 7th of December. The single supplement's gone, but we can have a look at the 8th or the 9th. But again, they only have a certain amount of cabins per vessel.
And they always go
have
fast.
that. And once they go, then it goes back to almost double. So that's why you've got to book it tonight.
Now, we do have a little cheeky deal that we've got Luxury Corner now, and this is with Oceania, who, and I mean, I've cruised with them myself, they are outstanding.
They are. They're 5-star deluxe. They're superb ships on there. And this is a lovely one from Monte Carlo. So going out right in the middle of the summer next year, 16th of August 2019. Serena, which is one of Oceania's finest ships. They're all good anyway, but Serena's beautiful. And the idea of this one is 159622. And they're giving a few extra things on here. So you've got free $400 onboard spend per cabin and 4 shore excursions.
4, wow.
4 shore excursions. You've got free drinks and gratuities included on that. A surprise gift from Oceania Cruises as well. We don't know what it is, but it is a surprise. And then again, return flights from London plus all your overseas transfer. Itinerary is lovely. It goes down to Antibes, down to Toulon in Menorca, Corsica, Portofino, beautiful Browns Castle and the area around there, and then also down into Porto Santa Stefana and then into Rome. So slightly different ports of call. But again, what's nice about this one, they normally give one or the other, but this one they're giving the onboard spend, the excursions, the drinks, and the grats included.
Now, a cruise first next, because Craig has joined us from Aurora Expeditions, and we're going to be cruising around the Antarctica, aren't we?
Hi, Sean.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Yeah, and you, yeah. Excited to be here.
I've presented the show now for 10 and a half, nearly 11 years. We've never had the Antarctica on the show before.
Amazing.
So
really
I'm
excited.
very excited, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm excited to be here.
It sounds spectacular, doesn't it?
This is something we've never featured before, and I think, as I said to you before, sometimes we feature bucket list places, and you say, oh, you can say that a lot now. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go down there.
Let's have a little look. Talk us through if you can.
Yeah, so I mean, Antarctica is obviously, you know, as Glenn mentioned, once-in-a-lifetime place to come visit. We've got a brand new ship that we launch in November next year. The Greg Mortimer, brand new ship design. So it's called an X-Bow. It's going to give our guests a smoother sailing experience and got some really unique features when you look at her. So top down, you've got, we have an open bridge policy. It's really important, 24 hours a day, so people can get out.
Really?
Go onto the bridge. We've got some amazing...
Can't steer the ship, though, can you?
You can't sail it, no. We've got these beautiful sea level launch platforms for our Zodiacs. At the back of the ship, we've got a kayak launch platform, and then we've got these amazing hydraulic platforms which drop down either side of the bow. And more observation areas. So we've got the observation lounge, we've got a beautiful communal dining room for where all our meals are served, and then we've got a lounge bar for people to relax. Number of different cabins, 5 different cabin types, everything from a stateroom with a porthole all the way up to a captain's suite. And then we spend, so yeah, the idea is spend time off the ship. So we've got a beautiful ship, we want to show people the destination. So we run 2 to 3 Zodiac cruises a day when we're in destination, so people get out, experience the destination and get on the land and see the wildlife, which is what people come to Antarctica to experience.
So we all have a bucket list,
yeah.
And I bet there's a lot of viewers watching tonight that are thinking, I would love to do that, and this is the way to do it. Now, she's a brand new ship. This is her maiden season, isn't it?
Yep. She launches the beginning of November next year.
Wow,
so this second departure.
Wow.
Second departure.
So it's going to be brand new.
Brand new, raring to go, full of excitement. And yeah, new ship to go to new, different destinations, and it's going to be faster. So we go across, I know we're going into the itinerary, but we're going to spend a day and a half, 2 days going across the Drake Passage.
And this is really for people that want to experience it. Again, we feature all types of ships, don't we? With, like we mentioned before, with the surfing and the Big West. This isn't got that on there. This is for people that really want to immerse themselves in the cruise itself with the guys on board, because they're all lecturers and they're going to almost build the excitement up as we go along, aren't we?
That's right. We're true to the expedition theme of what we do, and it's about destination immersion. It's about our expedition team. Giving people a little bit more insight into where they're going, a bit of the history around the wildlife. So we don't have all bells and whistles.
No.
We haven't got a casino. There's no dance floor. It's a lecture theatre.
That's a good thing with his dance.
Yeah, so I can strap my stuff. I'll be all right. Maybe not in them
You
snow
think
boots.
you can, not even the difference.
You may want to do a bit of Happy Feet while you're down there with the penguins
exactly.
and things. But it's all about expedition cruising and being in the destination and learning.
Now, we should say the price that we've got tonight is actually exceptional.
Yeah.
You've got a really discounted price for the show. We've got an exclusive price, actually, haven't we? Does that change at the end of the week? Is that right, Glenn?
You let Craig tell you.
Yeah, we go until Friday on this exclusive deal just for the TV
Wow.
tonight.
So
this week,
I think it's one of these things that you might be sitting at home tonight thinking we've always wanted to go down there. Now, because we're doing it for 2020, again we have a policy now where you take the deposits now, and then we've got a system now we can set up payments over the next 18 months to pay this off. As I said, it is a bucket list place to go to. It's not the cheapest place, but that's Antarctica. That's what you go into this part of the world.
And you're probably only going to do it once in a lifetime.
Exactly, but you can get it booked now before Friday, and then start thinking about paying it off over the next 18 months. But as I said, this is a brilliant.
I should say the dates are actually 2019. Oh, watch our tree. We paid a fortune for that, Glenn.
2019, but into 20 as well.
Yes.
So again, you've got different dates to go out there as well. And as I said, sit there tonight, have a look at some of the places we're taking people to, because it will be, as I said, a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Well, let's go. Let's begin, shall we?
OK, so we're going to fly people over into Ushuaia. Now, we've based it with the one-night pre-stay. Again, if you want to go slightly longer, we're organising this for you anyway. So we can, if you want to, spend a little bit longer there, 2 or 3 days, but we've packaged it on with the one night in there at the moment. But again, from there, once we go over, we're going to spend some time in there to have a look around, to obviously see as much as you possibly can. And then from there, obviously, we're going to start the cruise itself. Now, when we go on the cruise on day 3 of the package, because obviously we've got the 1 night pre-stay and then onto the ship, we then obviously meet the guys on board, and that's where, as I said, the excitement starts to build, isn't it?
Yeah, and our expedition team meet and greet the guests as they get on board, and it's basically show them what they're going to experience.
Yeah.
It's going through some of the safety, it's talking about the biosecurity of Antarctica, which is really important so people understand why we do certain things. So, you know, we provide the guests with complimentary gum boots, which they use for all of their landings, and how to clean them, how to clean your boots. Come on holiday to do that. But it's really important to protect the environment whilst you're down there. They get their complimentary 3-in-1 polar jacket given to them, make sure it fits, and then they go in and do some of the lectures. You know, we've got a day and a half to 2 days for people to learn, immerse themselves in destination, get to know their fellow travellers, which is a big part of their experience.
Yeah.
And also our expedition team. So we'll have up to 18 expedition team members who get involved with the guests. They want to find out where you're from.
And how many guests are on board approximately?
Yeah, great question, of course. So we have up to 120 guests in total. So down in Antarctica, they have landing restrictions where you can land just 100 guests at a time.
I gather, yeah.
And then we have between 20 and 30 guests who will be doing some of the activities we offer, such as kayaking or diving or skiing. So they're kind of separated, and then we get everybody off at the same time. So that's a really big message we want to get across, is you all get off at the same time, so we're able to do more landings and more time on land, which is a big selling point for our type of product.
And then again with this one, we're going to do the 2 days there. We're doing the Drake's Passage, and then also down to the South Shetland Islands. Now again, down in the South Shetland Islands there, that's when people start to converse up onto the observation deck, and that's possibly where they're going to see the first land masses and the icebergs.
Yeah, exactly. And depending on the time when we arrive, but sometimes we arrive really early in the morning, so you get a nice wake-up call. 7 o'clock, comes over your cabin tannoy, look outside your window. And all of our cabins have either got portholes or 80% of balconies, opening windows, and there's Antarctica sat right in front of you.
Yeah.
So if you just imagine waking up to that, it'd be immense. And then the aim is to get people off and onto the Antarctic continent as soon as we possibly can.
Because as I said, then you've got sort of like day 5 to 9 is a little bit sort of open, isn't it? Because obviously depending on conditions and where the ship's going, obviously that's sort of the places we're stopping.
Yeah, and the beauty of having a small ship is we can navigate around and we can change direction and change our plans as to where we're going and make sure people are getting to see the very best.
And we're just looking now, actually, at the wildlife that we're going to experience here.
Yeah, so I mean, earlier in the seasons, we're there where the penguins are starting to nest and get into their kind of nest building, and then it's kind of hatching as you go through the season. So this early season that we're promoting today is my favourite time to go, because the snow is still pristine, clean and white before the penguins come on and make a mess or destroy it. Yeah. You can go, we're offering free camping on this, so you can go on the ice and camp overnight, just in a sleeping bag and a mat. And then other activities such as kayaking, you've got skiing and snowshoeing, which you can only do right at the beginning of the season.
Great. Can I ask though, like obviously sometimes we see footage like this, but how close can they get? Because obviously there's rules and regulations. So how close can they get?
Yeah, so we'll tell the guests as part of their lecture programme, I think you can get in within 15 metres of the wildlife once you're on land.
Yeah.
Now, if you're sitting on the shore, you're sitting in snow, and there's penguins by the thousands. They wander up because they're quite curious.
Yeah.
They want to come and see you. They might come and sit on your lap. And then you're like, what do I do? And it's fine. Just let them do what they do, and they wander off.
When I went up into the Arctic, I did up to Spitsbergen and all that, and there's a big thing there about polar bears and having to be safe and all that. I don't think you've got the problems down in Antarctica.
No, we don't have the same guidelines. They're very strict up in the Arctic, but down in Antarctica, you have some guidelines to make sure you don't wander off too far. But go and enjoy, and that's beauty coming back to the small ship. You have up to 4 hours on the landings to experience and go off and have a walk around.
And one of the other places was that Port Lockroy, which was really, we were discussing some of the places that you possibly could visit, just depending on conditions. What's famous about that?
Yeah, and Port Lockroy is where the UK Antarctic Division surveys are based.
Right.
So, it's nice for us, the UK, go and visit and say hi. It's I think, southerly-most post office. So you can
post your postcards.
Postcard.
When do they get back? About 6 years later?
Sometimes, Glenn, we actually take the post with us and take it back to Ushuaia.
Yeah. Lovely. Okay.
Help them out a little bit.
Talking of which, we are overnight on board in Ushuaia there, and then you disembark and you fly back, of course, to London. But that was fascinating, guys. Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, it's like once in a lifetime, really is.
Yeah. Really excited to finally get this on the show, actually. Really is.
Yeah.
Definitely on my list.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention, by the way, you will get a for every booking time. Do you know? I know it's a big decision tonight, but why don't you just give us a call and our cruise experts will just guide you through and tell you a little bit more.
we've got the stuff in the office where we can always cut and paste it and send it to you. But you've got to remember, we can send you a rough itinerary, but it is all dependent on weather, isn't it, and stuff like that, where you're going to be going.
But it is important just to get more information tonight from Planet Cruise. So you will get the free GoPro camera with every booking as well. All shore excursions and the Zodiac cruises are, of course, there in the itinerary and included, and all of those amazing educational lectures. And we have got, and it's really important, we've got amazing pricing tonight. You know, Glenn was telling me the ins and outs of this. We have got exclusive pricing only for a few days.
I think on Friday it goes up, correct me, nearly 10%?
Yeah, that's right.
About 10% more.
Yeah.
Which will be a lot more, obviously.
Yeah.
And you return flights based on London as well. Price-wise, we have got October and the 9th of November and the 19th of November there. Different staterooms, of course, available. And, and the Captain's Suite there as well.
Surprised you've not got that booked, have you?
Just have. But do ring for more information. I really think that would be, well, obviously, a life-changing experience.
It really is, yes. Yeah. It's amazing.
Wow, we are sadly out of time. Can I say thank you so much?
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and we hope to see you again very soon.
Thanks, Sean.
I've really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that.
Thanks, Glenn. Thank you.
So it's nice to have new things.
Yeah, this is it. Well, people always speak to us and say, yeah, we love the programme, but it's nice to feature different products, and that is one.
So anyway, we better move on. I've still got loads of questions. Anyway, better move on. Because MSC are next. Now, this is their brand new ship. So the dates on this are starting November 2020 into 2021. Now, obviously, the ship isn't even built yet, so we're just giving you a little taster of the type of ship from MSC. But she's going to be bigger and better than ever, isn't she?
Yeah, this is one of the big old girls, I'll be honest with you. So this one's going to have a capacity of nearly 6,300. So very similar to the Aurora one. Imagine them turning up in the Antarctic.
So from one extreme to the other,
penguins.
But she's going to
But it's going to be a beast.
And she's going to have so many great facilities.
It looks stunning. MSC are bringing out ships all the time. They're bringing out a ship every year, two every year, and they really are taking it to the next level now. Their ships are fantastic. They've got so much better over the last few years, and now the new ones they're bringing out are wonderful. You know, Bellissima, Meraviglia, all those ones that have come out are fantastic. Now, what's so good about this? They've also signed a contract with Cirque du Soleil, which is obviously one of the big, circus companies around the world, and they're actually going to be on board as well. Wow. So you've got a chance to go and see one of the shows. You've got restaurants and bars, for that size. Imagine a floating shopping mall going around the Med.
I mean, you're going to have so many bars and restaurants to choose from, aren't you?
The other thing I was going to say with this one is when ships launch, when they tend to launch, a lot of ships are coming out over the next couple of years, their prices are quite high because they're the new ship. People love the companies they go with, but then they launch. MSC don't do that. When they launch the ships, look at the prices we've got for a brand new vessel on here.
$799.
$799 for a new ship.
No, we both talked about this earlier because you know it's like if you're a regular cruiser, you always want to go on a new ship, but you look at the price and wait 6 months.
Wait 6 months or a year. But MSC don't do it like that, to be quite honest. They keep their pricing more or less the same all the way through. And as I say, if you want to see it, this is a destination under itself, just the ship itself.
So I'm just looking at the dates here. Anyway, I'm really tempted because I haven't cruised with MSC.
You should try them. Their new ships are wonderful, really, really.
And we are getting great feedback. Anyway, let's just talk you through. We're flying, first of all, to Barcelona. Now, that's based on London, but presumably regional flights available as well?
Yeah, so obviously the flights aren't quite out at the moment, so we'd always base everything on London. When they come into range, 9 to 10 months before, we can look at Manchester, but just depend on what's available. But we're based it on London at the moment, and then obviously you're going to embark the vessel. Now again, when we do this, it'll probably be our own flights anyway, so we can change it around and obviously have a couple of days in Barcelona if you wanted to. But then you're going to start with the south of France. So you're going to start first of all down in Marseille, and again, nice area just to start the cruise in. Nice time of year. It's going to be still warm down that part, but not boiling as it is in the summer when I was down there, but just wander around the port area, chill out, or maybe take the train along the south of France route in there. Then we head into Genoa. Genoa in Italy, famous for its aquarium, great restaurants there, if you like your Italian cuisine. Also take a trip maybe down to Portofino village. We talked about it on one of the earlier deals, but that is fantastic along there, and that's your second destination. We're then heading to Rome. Now, the time of year you're going into Rome should be generally much quieter than it will be in the summer. So again, if you want to get in the Sistine Chapel or the Vatican or the Colosseum, this is probably the best time of year to do it.
I mean, in the summer it can be.
Oh, you can for 3 hours to get into the Sistine Chapel. You won't have that problem at this time of year. Then down into Sicily. Sicily's becoming really, really popular with some of the ports of call now. And again, you're down onto the island there, great beach area, but you're going into Mafia country. You can go in to see Mount Etna, over to Taormina. We'll talk about that later on one of other deals that we have. Then into Valletta again. A lot of ships are going into Valletta now with the old town, and as I said, when we used to dock there, we used to go up in the lifts or the steps onto that top level, great views of the ship, and then just wander around the streets of Valletta itself. Then a chill out day, and then back into Barcelona. So you can tag it in. You either do maybe a couple of days at the start, a couple of days at the end, however you want to work it. But again, multiple dates on this one.
And as we said, a brand new ship. She's going to be amazing. There's a real buzz about her already. I've been good so far, but I've got to mention this.
Yeah.
You can add on
Yes.
an all-inclusive drinks package.
It's been deal 3 before you mentioned it.
Yeah, I've been very good. I've not even mentioned drinks. But yeah, that starts from just £27 per person per night as well. Which actually, better on it, it's not all about alcohol. It does include all your coffees.
Yeah,
and
but people,
drinks.
you know, for all £27, I wouldn't drink that in a day. But once you get on board, you go off for a few hours, then come back on board. If you have a glass of wine and a cocktail, something with dinner, and then watch the show. And as I said, it is your soft drinks, your coffees. So once it's about £189 for the week, add that onto your bill, and then you've got all inclusive.
And yeah, you just don't have to worry then, do you?
No, exactly.
Return flights based on London, but as Glenn said, near at the time. We can, of course, look from regional flights as well. Amazing prices. Bearing in mind, she is
Brand new.
brand new. And you can see there we've got dates from November right the way through to April as well. We've got inside, outside balcony, and we've got even the suites are pretty good, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they are.
Really
As I said,
good.
MSC are brilliant. The new ships come out and you think they're going to push the price up. They're not. They're
No,
really, really
they're
good.
really
And I say,
good prices.
you get a lot of people that travel with MSC now are literally every year going on one of the new vessels because they're always adding new things. And as I said, they're really, really popular.
They are really leading the way, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah. So anyway, brand new. And I presume just a small deposit on that one.
Small
as well.
deposit on that one. The guys will let you know about that one and then pay it off over the next year and a half.
Now, we have got a last-minute deal. See, I've not got a cruise book for next year yet, so I'm looking like you are at home. And I think this, for the 8th of January, it's outstanding.
Yeah.
And it's 2 weeks, or 15 nights.
15 nights on this one. It's the Grand Caribbean Discovery from Barbados, so always popular to go into Barbados on this one. Anyway, 8th of Jan, ID 143275, £64 per person per night, with the flight included on that one for $949. You know you've had enough for Christmas. You think, I just want to get away for 2 weeks. You won't get a better price down to the Caribbean for 2 weeks. And look at the ports are called Trinidad, which a lot of people haven't been to before. It's great. Grenada, St Anne's Beach, you can go St Vincent over to the Grenadines, you've got Fort France, you go to Ponant, Tortola, St Martin, Rosso, St Kitts, Antigua and St Lucia. Really, really strong. I think there's hardly any sea days on that as well, so you're going to see loads and loads of the Caribbean islands.
I'm just thinking, that price, if it was a week, I'd think it was good.
Well, if you think a flight down to Barbados is 500 quid.
Yeah. That's amazing value, isn't it?
Yeah, and then I say you've got the chance to add on the drinks package when you get there. And the other option is, I would personally go for the 1049 and have an ocean view.
Yeah, I would.
You know,
Because it's only £100 more for the
£100 more
for the 2 weeks.
Yeah, get a bit of light coming in.
That is a really good one, isn't it? Yeah. You might even see me on board. I don't think I've got enough holiday left.
Have you not? You've used up your 16 weeks this year, have you? Flogged a couple of those cookers,
Don't
couple of
start
vacuum
rumours.
cleaners, 16 weeks off. It's great life, isn't it? You're having a go at me for having 5 days off.
You've had far more holiday than me, I'll tell you what. Anyway, celebrity. Now, I have cruised with celebrity many, many times. I think it's 8 times now. So I do know the brand inside out. They are amazing. 5-star modern luxury. This deal, look at this. This is for celebrity. 18 nights starting at under £1,700. And I will let you know, we've got some amazing prices on Ocean View and Balcony. If you do go for those, you will get your free classic drinks package and half-price gratuities. Now, Glenn was telling me, because we've had this on a few times, and it has been consistently a top seller.
Yeah, I think we've had it on for the last couple of years. So we had, you know, we featured in 18, 19. Whenever it comes on, it sells really well because you've got such a great itinerary. So you're going into Dubai, which people have not been to before. Then you head down into India and then down into the Far East.
Do you know, we'll start with Dubai, because I always say it, but I've only been to Dubai airports, which was fantastic, I have to say. But Dubai fascinates me.
But what's so good about this one? Look at the lead date, it's 2020, so you've got plenty of time to plan on this, because it is quite a big cruise. And again, it might be a lot of places you haven't been to before. People wanting to go down into India, and maybe you wouldn't want to do a land tour, but going on the ship is such a better way of doing it. So we're going to start with Dubai first. Now, we've done it with 1 night stay, because you're going to get an overnight on board anyway, so you're going to get 2 nights. But if you wanted to do a little bit longer, we can extend it 2, 3, 4 days if you want to, and the prices aren't that much more to do that. Now, again, we've based it on London flights, but when we're doing Dubai and then back from Singapore, we can probably look at Emirates, which will probably go from Newcastle, Glasgow, Birmingham, Manchester and London.
And Emirates are great, aren't they?
Yeah, really, really good. Might be a small supplement, but we based it on London on there for you, so definitely.
And then you've got the most amazing 15-night cruise on board this stunning ship. Now, whenever we play footage of Celebrity, I just feel like I'm going home, seriously, because they are just such beautiful ships, and I do know them inside out. And they win so many awards, don't they?
They do, yeah. I mean, we did the takeover show a few weeks ago, and again, you know, it's probably our busiest show. And I think people, Celebrities is a premium brand, but I think when they see deals like this, and you think, I've got all that for that amount of time to try a 5-star vessel, I think the shows are fantastic, as you know.
They're outstanding.
Service and the restaurant is wonderful. They've got the glass, they've got the wine racks there, which you can obviously take. Look at it, that's the wine racks, which we love. And again, as I said, the level of service on there, I still think out of the big ships is one of my favourites, I'll be honest with you. And as I said, it's so popular. And when people have been with other cruise lines, and then I say to them, have you tried Celebrity before? They then go back time and time again.
Yeah. And just talking about the shows, I mean, they really are.
I think they've just put on about 17 or 18 new shows over the last 18 months. So again, they're new. You've got the famous ice bar, the Martini Bar.
Yeah, the Martini Bar.
You normally see your indentations of the glasses there. But again, I think the whole package of this one to have, you know, the India, Sri Lanka, Dubai, the Far East with Celebrity is
That's
great.
the only area, by the way.
Yeah.
There's always so much space on a Celebrity ship as well, you know. Yeah, love them, I think you can tell. But I have never, believe it or not, I've never been to India, and I would want to do it on a cruise ship. I don't
I think
you know, everyone's different. I think I'd much prefer to do it on a cruise ship.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to India before, and again, I think people get a little bit sometimes worried about the food and, you know, Delhi belly and stuff like that. And I think it's something to bear in mind, especially with our clients that we have. So I think what's nice is going off to experience this, but knowing then you're coming back to a 5-star cruise ship for the evening, which is a nice way of doing it. So we're going to start, first of all, in Muscat. We're going to sail down to there in the Oman. Again, you've got the modern Dubai with the Palm and Atlantis, and then you come back to a little bit more traditional. Again, Niswa, which is the capital, you've got the UNESCO World Heritage Sites, you've got the Corniche there, the Grand Mosque. So going into a little bit more traditional Middle East places to visit here, but again, a great contrast from that and Dubai. Then what's really nice is a couple of relaxing days at sea. There's a lot to see, so maybe try some of the specialty restaurants, relax around the pool, enjoy that drinks package, and then you're going to know that you're heading over to India, and it's a wonderful, wonderful destination. And what's good about this is you're going to have 3 ports of call in India, but in Mumbai you've actually got an overnight on board, so if you really want to immerse yourself in the local culture, you can do this. Again, we've got the gateway to India, which you've just seen. You've got the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel, which is wonderful colonial style buildings. And then you can also go to Gandhi's residence. He resided there in 1917 to 34. So if you're like into your modern history or the 100 years ago history, you've got a chance to do that. But again, you've got the chance to go out at night time. It's bustling, it's busy, and it's just a plethora of the senses, but you've got a chance there to experience that. And as I said, maybe dine out if you want to, but great opportunity to see Mumbai overnight from Bombay. Then we go down into Goa. Now, Goa is a very, very popular destination with the Brits. A lot of them go down in the winter and they relax down on the beaches. So you can relax down on the beaches, go to some of the markets, you could do a city tour, you can go to some of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and a big Portuguese influence as well. So a lot of the buildings have got that colonial buildings as well. But a lot of people relax on the beach down there and just chill out, and still really, really cheap to eat and drink out if you fancy doing that. Then after 2 days of the senses being blown away, we go have a relaxing day at sea, and then down into Cochin. Now again with Cochin, multicultural down here. You've got the Dutch palaces, the Jewish synagogues, you've got Fort Kochi, and again, as I say, completely diverse culture down there, and a chance to maybe take one of the wooden boat cruises through the mangrove swamps there, and again, a really good chance to do something a little bit different. Then we go down into Colombo. So from there we're down into Colombo, and as I said, you're right down there on the tip of Sri Lanka. Now I was there a couple of years ago on one of the ships, and we went out and explored. We got taken out by the guys all the way along that Corniche area. We went to the National Museum, we went to the old Parliament building, and again a number of the mosques and Independence Square to go and see. Different from India, but you know, stay with that same vibe as well, and maybe even get a chance to ride the elephants if you get a chance. Then a couple of days at sea, and then down into one of my favourite destinations, across over into Phuket. And again, if you've never been here before, this is a great place. Now, I recommend the trip out to James Bond Island. We took the boat trip over there. Again, you've got the Washalong Temple, so if you want a bit more culture. But I think that James Bond Island, that's with the limestone stacks that you see there, that's what it's sort of famous for. Now, if you want to do that, you can go to the Buddhist temples, you can go and relax on the beaches, and again, still very cheap to eat and drink out, and that's what I would do while I'm there.
It is a great itinerary.
Yeah, exactly.
It really is.
Then a day at sea and back into Singapore. Now, we're flying you home from Singapore. If you haven't done Singapore before, why not? Don't fly straight back.
No,
I recommend at least 2 days, probably 3 days. You're probably looking at putting on about 150 quid, maybe £200, you know, with the 3-night stay in Singapore and transfers. I would thoroughly recommend that. We'll have a nice hotel like the Elizabeth or the Orchard, one of the hotels there, and then from there you can go and see Sentosa Island, you can go to Raffles, Marina Bay Sands, but if you've got the chance to do it, make sure you have give yourself a couple
I was
of
only
days
there
in
for one night and a day, and I really regret it.
Singapore Zoo at night time is wonderful as well.
Well, amazing value. So you've got that one night stay in a 5-star hotel in Dubai, return flights based on London. Now, I would definitely, I know I was going on drinks packages, but when you see the price for the ocean view and above, it will definitely be worth paying that little bit more, because you'll get a free classic drinks package. And when you add it, I mean, you're on
the ship for about 14 days.
That's what
together.
I'm thinking,
so
yeah.
That's normally $65 per person per day, so do the maths, it's about $900. You'll see the upgrade to go to Ocean View, and you get a window.
And you'll also get half-price gratuities, which again, over 40 nights is going to add up.
About $11 a day.
Yeah, so definitely go for the Ocean View above. We've got some itineraries operating in reverse, so again, we can talk you through those. And we have got, obviously, options to add on Singapore, Phuket, Bali. The team will talk you through that as well. Now, the price, I was pleasantly surprised to see the prices on the Ocean View, because you'll see there on some of the dates, we're only talking, you know, I mean, if you look 31st of December, the difference between inside and Ocean View is £120.
Yeah.
And that will give you drinks for 2 weeks, half-price gratuities.
Yeah,
I mean,
really, really good. But I say all those prices
all
on there
of them
for you.
great.
But as I said, if you enjoy a drink, even if you enjoy soft drinks, definitely worth upgrading. Say with a half-price grats and the drinks package, it's definitely worth doing.
I think that is an amazing price.
Oh, you're away for 18, 19 nights.
Yeah. And you're going to a really pretty miserable time of the year, you know.
Yeah.
End of December, early January, February. It's not exactly.
And as I said, we've got this policy now where you pay deposits today, set up a direct debit system, pay off a certain amount of money every month, or do it over 6 payments, and then about 16 weeks before you go, you still owe us X amount of pounds, and you can just pay the balance. It's not such a big shock paying it 16 weeks before.
That one always sells.
And it does
really fast.
Really sell. And once cabins start to go, prices start to go up. Yeah.
So I would definitely give us a call tonight for that one, 0808 2502 662. Now, I've not really gone through the Classics Drinks package, so...
if you need a slide, you could just do it.
We ought to have like a little cabinet here with some of the drinks in, shouldn't we?
Alan Carr show.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But anyway, it does include... Now, I always start the day with a couple of wonderful coffees. So
liqueur.
Your flat whites, your cappuccinos, selected beers, spirits, wines, cocktails, and a wonderful big selection. I really mean that. Also, don't forget... a wide selection of alcoholic beverages in specialty bars and restaurants as well. Now I think we have got. We've got a really, again, we've got loads of firsts tonight. We've got a Carnival cruise going around the fjords. Now, it's the first time that Carnival are sailing out the UK in 5 years, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. I went on the Vista a couple of years ago. We flew out to Barcelona and did it over there. And the Vista was fantastic a couple of years ago. But it's actually going to be based out of Dover. This is the Carnival Legend. It's one of their slightly older ships, but they're refurbishing it. They're spending millions on it. It's going to be wonderful. If you've never done a Carnival ship before, why not try this? It's 199877 is the ID. Now, this is, again, a Planet Cruise exclusive with just a £1 deposit to go from Dover. First time, as I said, it's sailing out of the UK in 5 years, recently refurbished. And look at the ports of call. It's not a 7-day Fjords, which is what we normally offer. It's a 9 days. So you've got Dover up to Bergen, Olden, Mulder, Trondheim, Allison, Stavanger, and then back into Dover. And the leading price on that one is $949 per person. And as I said, put £1 down tonight to get it reserved.
And I'll tell you what is really good about that, the dates. I mean, I've been to the Fjords sort of like, you know, end of April, early May. Obviously, it's very beautiful, but it is cold. June, you get far better temperatures and you get all the daylight as well.
Exactly, and you're not quite into well, you are more or less into midnight sun as well, so great times to sort of sunbathe at 2 in the morning.
And and that price, when you bear in mind it's for 9 nights rather than the traditional 7, works out incredible value. Some
little difference, isn't it?
Lots of new stuff.
Well, this is a bit different.
Right, this is very different. Now, I was away when you first featured. This, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I was probably on a cruise, wasn't I?
Probably on a cruise, yeah. Well, it was only 16 weeks away.
Tell me about the company, because this is ultra-luxury, isn't it?
Yeah, so to try and put this in context, I actually was fortunate enough to see one of the vessels over in the Caribbean a couple of years ago, and I said, that's obviously a private yacht. They went, no, that's a cruise ship. And I said, that's the sexiest cruise ship I've ever seen in my life. So the only way I can sort of put this within context is, for example, you've done 6-star luxury or 5-star deluxe luxury, but you haven't quite got the budget to spend under £1,000 for a week and rent your own private yacht. It's true. Yeah. So this is in between. Okay, so this is not quite a private yacht. There's only going to be about 120 people on there, but it's the way it looks is almost like a private yacht. And if you want ultra luxury, you really want to treat yourself. Maybe you're celebrating an anniversary, birthday, divorce, and you really want to celebrate. This is the one to go for, and it's beautiful.
You have to wait to see this stunning ship, because we first fly you to Rome and you stay in a 5-star hotel for a night. We can obviously extend that.
I would do a couple of nights there anyway, if you've not done it before.
But
it was just to get Keith in, wasn't it?
It was, because I know you're missing Keith.
I saw him last week. I sold him a cruise.
He's just booked one, hasn't he? Yeah. But Keith is here to tell you all about Rome.
Italy's Eternal City truly is one of the world's greatest capitals, and the best place to view it is from the top of the legendary Spanish Steps. At almost 2,000 years old and big enough to hold 50,000 bloodthirsty spectators, the Colosseum is probably Rome's most iconic landmark, an architectural wonder. Standing in its centre, it is guaranteed to make the hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. Now, I also recommend coming here and walking in the footsteps of Julius Caesar through the ancient ruins of the Roman Forum. Another architectural masterpiece is the Pantheon. Having stood for over 1,800 years, it is remarkably well preserved, and its impressive cylindrical bulk still appears to dominate the Roman skyline. Nearby, St. Peter's Square is your gateway into the Vatican City, and of course the spiritual heart of the Catholic Church. Beyond it lies the mighty Renaissance masterpiece of St. Peter's Basilica and the stunning artwork of Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel. Now, as a world leader in fashion and style, unsurprisingly, Rome is fantastic for shopping. Treat yourself to a stroll down Via Condotte with the well-dressed locals, where you'll be tempted by names such as Gucci and Valentino. Now, a great place to escape the heat of the day is Villa Borghese, undoubtedly Rome's most beautiful park, where you can weave your way past fountains and statues through avenues shaded by giant oaks and umbrella pines. It's absolutely stunning. Modern-day Romans live for their food, and the city is full of lively pizzerias and friendly family-owned trattorias, with a thin, crispy pizza and simple, hearty pasta dishes can be washed down with a carafe of a local wine. Now, they say that Rome wasn't built in a day, neither can it all be seen in a day. So be warned, once you've had a taste, you'll be left wanting more.
There's a Keith. Do you know, we were just saying, in all the years we've known Keith, I've never seen him in a baggy T-shirt, have you?
That was a baby gap, that was.
I
don't reckon that was a top. It was sprayed on with a couple of buttons.
Never seen him in a baggy T-shirt.
Well, you see him now, he's massive.
What is? No, he's not.
He is, 4 chins.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's rough.
No, he's not. Anyway, I want to see this stunning ship. Now, you were saying this is... It's almost like having your own private yacht, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, the ports of call on this one are fantastic, but I think it's just a case of having a look at the vessel, really. It is phenomenal, and as I said, they've got I think 3 or 4 of these ships at the moment, and they are they're not that well known within the British market because it's just not publicised so much. But it is a wonderful opportunity to go on this deluxe sailing vessel and just cruise around the Adriatic. And as I said, great itinerary, but it is geared more for adults, couples.
Of course.
You know.
It looks a completely different class of meat, doesn't
yeah,
it?
exactly. So again, very relaxed on board, sort of almost like country-style dining on there. But again, great itineraries. And because the ship's so small as well, it can get closer into a lot of the ports of call. So there are slightly different ones on that maybe you've not been to before. So
and how big is she? How big is the Lyrial then?
The Lyrial is only 264 passengers on board.
Oh,
That's it. But they've got 139 crew.
So it's like a 2-to-1.
2-to-1, yeah, on there. And as I said, beautiful way just to relax and take it easy. And as I said, you know, people will look at the price and go, oh, you know, for a 7-day or an 8-day cruise, that's a lot of money. But you pay for what you get on here. And again, if you want to treat yourself, you're celebrating something around this time of year, this is the one to do it. And it is wonderful.
I actually thought for what you're getting, the price was actually really good. I mean, really
yeah,
good.
and again,
and
when
it's all-inclusive, of course.
All-inclusive on there. You're not going to have any queues for anything at all when you're getting on and off the ship. You just wander back up and down the gangway. And it is something you've maybe never tried before. And again, you know, we have people that go with 5-star deluxe and 6-star cruise lines all the time, but probably didn't know about this product. This could be the one that opens their eyes up to this one and tries it.
And the food is going to be absolutely outstanding. Yeah.
Second to none. Second to none. And as I said, with only 264 passengers, it's a lot more sort of per couple, your own staff there as well. And I can't speak highly enough. And as I said, it's not going to be to everyone's price bucket, but again, if you can literally push the boat out, that's
honestly, we were talking about this before the show, and yeah, everything Glenn's saying right now, absolute truth. He said it is the absolute ultimate experience, and I'm very tempted as well. So let's have a little look at where we're going to be visiting. It's a lovely little itinerary.
Yeah,
well,
so this one we've given you a one-night pre-stay in Rome. Maybe you've not done it before, maybe you've only visited on a ship. We can obviously add a couple of extra nights stay on there if you wanted to, and then you're obviously going to onboard the vessel. 264 people, nice and smooth entrance up that gangway, be greeted by the crew, and then you're going to start off in a wonderful destinations. We go into Naples a lot, we go into Sorrento, but this is actually going to dock along the Amalfi coastline. This is why the ship can get in. Now, if you've never done the Amalfi coastline, again, this is another place to tick off on the list. I would even suggest maybe hiring a driver or hiring your own car, convertible, and driving along that coastline. It is spectacular. A beautiful place, one of my favourite places in the world. Then we head down into Sicily. Now, again, we mentioned about Sicily before, but we're going to dock in a place called Taormina. Now, this is the entrance into the archaeological site, the Roman theatre. Now, they also do, you can obviously book a tour, which is called the Godfather and the Taormina tour, so you can actually experience about the mafia in Sicily and, of course, go into Taormina as well. But this is a great opportunity, and, of course, you've got Etna in the background there. We then go into Monopoly. This goes to jail, and you've got £200 to get out. But Monopoly's a place that I haven't been to before, but this is down in South Italy. And again, you've got the Archaeological Museum, you've got the sculptures, you've got the ancient tombs, and again, you can take a boat trip or a city tour around in this part of the world. Then Dubrovnik, I'm fortunate enough to be going there for my holiday in May, and again, this is one of the buzz places to go. This is where Games of Thrones is filmed. It's the UNESCO World Heritage Site, the beautiful roof dome buildings. I was there about every week for about 2 years when I was on the cruise ships, but again, walk the walled city there. It's wonderful in Dubrovnik. Then going down into Hvar Town and Hvar Island again, sticking with Croatia. Croatia is the place to be at the moment. Everyone seems to be going there. And as I said, great chance there to maybe do a walking tour, wine tasting, an island cruise, or some of the archaeological sites as well. But again, you're on the archipelago there, and again, that destination is wonderful. Then down into Rab Island, again, sticking with Croatia, and this is somewhere where I bet most people haven't been to before. Here you can try sea kayaking, diving, a glass catamaran. You can also go to Candarola Beach. Just be careful there, that's the nudist beach. I googled that when I was in work the other day, and they're probably looking through my search history at the moment. So be careful with that one, that's the nudist beach. But again, great beaches along that coastline. And as I said to you before, probably 3 or 4 of those destinations you've never been to before, just to complement the ship as well.
And then Venice, where you disembark again, if you wanted to spend a bit more time there.
Again, we could organise a couple of extra days stay there if you wanted to.
Now, I know, brand new, we've only featured Ponant once on the show before. Really popular though, so do give us a call if you want more information. But this does include, obviously, your one-night stay in a 5-star hotel in Rome, all-inclusive. And you can actually choose from either a free UK chauffeur service, obviously depending on the radius, or airport parking, or VIP Lounge.
VIP Lounge.
Yeah, so the choice is yours. You can relax on board. Oh, there's that wonderful sauna as well, isn't there?
Sauna, yep, the spa. Yep.
Yeah. And the Sothis.spa and return flights. They are based in London, but again, regional flights are available. That is going to be outstanding. It really is. But we have got one final cruise for you with Norwegian Cruise Lines, and here to tell you all about it. I think we should get Keith back, don't you?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
This was our honeymoon.
Yeah, because you're in it as well. Have a look at this.
If your idea of a cruise is dim lighting, string quartets, tuxedos and ballroom dancing, then prepare to be challenged, because this cruise line is so laid back, it's almost horizontal.
Welcome to the most fun and relaxed cruise experience you're ever likely to encounter, where the entertainment never stops and the excitement just keeps on building. Welcome to freestyle cruising. Welcome to Norwegian Cruise Line. There's more restaurants than days of the week, and you can enjoy food from all over the world and dine and dress as you please. From trendy French bistros to steakhouses and sushi bars, Norwegian Cruise Line offers tons of choice. If you're a vegan, vegetarian, high carb, low carb, or gluten free, it's all covered.
Remember, this is freestyle cruising, so whatever your mood and whatever the occasion, there'll be a bar that fits the bill. With sports bars and whiskey bars, martini bars and champagne bars, alfresco bars and wine bars, bars with music and bars with sport, even ice bars. One thing's for sure, you definitely won't go thirsty.
Imagine playing Nintendo Wii on a 2-story high screen, or challenging a friend on the all-new Aqua Racer. Visualise eating world-class cuisine while acrobats tumble down on silks around your table. Or simply enjoying a beer as comedians make you smile with dedicated comedy clubs. Picture yourself singing along as dueling pianos compete, or settling into your own seat for one of the Tony Award-winning shows. Whether you're a single cruiser, holidaying with all the family, or planning a group cruise, you'll find something perfect for you.
Norwegian Cruise Line offers one of the widest selections of accommodation in the industry. There are exclusive suites where you have your own private sun deck, along with brilliant interjoining family staterooms that are cleverly located near all the kids' facilities, and balcony staterooms where you wake up to a different view every morning. But it's in the studio staterooms where Norwegian are head and shoulders above the competition.
I thought Keith was really good in that.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Now, we should say, before you embark that beautiful ship, you are going to spend a little bit of time in Singapore. I say a little bit of time. You've actually got 3 nights there.
3 nights, yeah, which we were talking about before. You know, you should have the 3 nights. So again, that's Marina Bay Sands Hotel. That's got the infinity pool on the top. You've also got the Lyrial. You've also got the Raffles, and you've got the Gardens by the Bay. And I think with this one, we've actually included the trip into Gardens by the Bay. So the Gardens by the Bay, that's it, just in front there. It's like something out of Avatar. And again, you can walk all the way around there. If you just picture the Eden project, but in Singapore, and much bigger and more modern, and as I said, we've included the tickets into that one. So 3 days Singapore, absolutely fine, and then from there you of course join the ship. Now what's nice with this one, we're going to head off to a place called Port Klang. Not the greatest name, but that's the gateway into Kuala Lumpur. So again, when we were here, we took the crew with us, and we took them to have a look at some of the temples, but of course see the Petronas Towers. That's the main thing to see there. Wonderful chance to go there and have a look at the towers, bit of shopping around there as well. And as I said, that's the main things that you need to see in Kuala Lumpur. Really, really good city to start with. Then we go down into a little bit more relaxed. We go down into Langkawi. Now again, when we were in Langkawi, we did the cable car, which is spectacular, right over the top there. And again, if you've not been to Malaysia before, it's a great chance with the suspension bridge which you have there and the cable car. They're the 2 things to do. And then in the afternoon, we just chilled out on a beach similar to that, just relaxing with a couple of beers before heading back to the ship. Then onto there you go to Penang. Now Penang, definitely go up to the top of the hill there. Great views over the city in Penang itself, and then also to the Keep Lok Si Buddhist temple, the 19th century Buddhist temple. You've got the floating mosque, but that's the temple there. We went up to that. Amazing views again to have a look around, and as I said, you can tie this in with a little bit of culture and a little bit of beach as well on this, so a nice opportunity. But again, while you're there, try and get to see as much as you can, and that temple is really, really good. Then back into Phuket. We have talked about Phuket before, but again, great for the beaches. You can do a bit of elephant trekking. We did elephant trekking, we were there as well, and of course a trip over through the islands, so depending on what you want to do in Phuket. And then from there, a chill out day, and then back into Singapore for your flights home.
Now, I forgot to mention something really important. Well, a few things actually. You're going to get free $500, up to $500 on board spend, depending on her stateroom, of course. Premium all-inclusive. Now, and that is really
That's
good.
all your drinks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really great service. But it also includes tips and Wi-Fi.
That
as
does,
well.
yeah.
So the whole lot is included on this. You get the 3 nights in that 4-star hotel in Singapore, plus the Singapore night tour as well. Return flights, now they're based on either London Heathrow or Manchester, which is great.
But again, I'll still say if we're doing Emirates on there, we probably might cut a quid extra. Glasgow, Newcastle, Birmingham.
Yeah, so really, great selection of flights on that one as well. So, what a show. Loads of different
Bit different, wasn't it?
Yeah, really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. But let's recap, because we started off with this wonderful opportunity to have a river cruise and experience those wonderful Christmas markets for next year, and all by train, of course, as well, so no flying on this one, and a deposit from just £1 per person. The main thing that we're going to emphasise again is no single supplement on, well, quite a big selection of selected cabins. You've got to do. I mean, I'd book it now, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Because they always go. Glenn takes the bookings every week. They always go. Oh, and I forgot to mention, by the way, everyone booking tonight, and I've got a feeling we're going to be very busy, you will be entered into that prize draw to win the Christmas goodie bag that Glenn has put together personally. It's really
Definitely,
good.
yeah. I took everything out of our lockers, got it all in there. That's the problem.
Everything.
Then we went on to something a little bit different. This is the 12-night Spirit of Antarctica
this is
from
good.
Ushuaia. And this is lead dates on the 9th of November 2019. And again, you've got the 1-night pre-stay on there. A free GoPro with every booking. All short excursions and Zodiac cruises mentioned in the itinerary. Educational lectures and guidance services, the exclusive pricing. This will go up on Friday morning, so please get this booked if it's what you want to do. And again, flights from London. Pay a deposit now, and you've got plenty of time to pay.
And although that is a different price point from our usual cruises, I'm not being funny.
There'll be some people out there saying, I've always wanted to go, and that's the one we want to do.
And those are the kind of prices you do. But, well, we were looking at it.
No, you pay a lot more. Yeah, if you do a scouting around, you pay a lot more.
So, amazing deal on that, so only for the next few days. Then we moved on to MSC. Now, this is going to be actually a brand new ship, of course. But the price starts at $799. You can add on all-inclusive drinks from just £27 per person per night, and return flights based on London. But we have got regional flights available. But a brand new ship, and she is going to be amazing, groundbreaking. Yeah.
Then we go on to the really, really popular celebrity Constellation. This always sells well. 18 nights best of India and Sri Lanka from Dubai. 1 night stay in Dubai. Of course, we can extend that if you want. Free classic drinks package on Ocean View and above. Half price scraps when booking the Ocean View and above. Some itineraries do operate in reverse, and again, you can add on Singapore, Phuket, Bali stays, which, as I say, if you've got the time to do it and you're down there, it might be worth doing. And as I said, that's a lead price on the 29th of Feb 2020.
I'm very tempted to book that one, because I like to go in February. I hate February. I hate going in February. Yeah. And it's an itinerary I've always wanted to do. We then had Ponant Cruises Lyrial, which is, well, God, as you said, it's like having a private yacht, isn't it? It is going to be an absolutely breathtaking once-in-a-lifetime experience. The standard's going to be incredible. And all-inclusive drinks. You also get the first night stay before you cruise, obviously, in a 5-star hotel in Rome. And you can choose from either a free UK chauffeur service, that depends on obviously radius, airport parking, or a VIP lounge at the airport as well. And from the images I've seen and the footage, that's just a bit special. Incredible, isn't it? Yeah, anyway, I really like the look of that one as well. And then we finished with Norwegian Cruise Lines.
Norwegian, yeah, again, this is a nice one as well. This is 25th of March 19, 12-night Malaysia and Thailand. Again, you've got your premium all-inclusive drinks and Wi-Fi, and up to $500 on board spend, depending on the stateroom you book. 3-night stay in Singapore, plus a night tour. You've got return flights from London or Manchester. And again, as I mentioned before, you can have Glasgow, Birmingham, Gatwick, a couple of others as well, from about £79 per person.
Now, we did have a few last-minute deals. Just give us a call for those. This one, Carnival, first time Carnival is selling out the UK in 5 years on a recently refurbished ship. 9 nights, starting at $949.
Not so much a last minute on that one.
No, but did I say last minute? Yeah. We did have some. We did have some last minute ones. The MSC one was, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, this one. That's last
8th
minute.
of Jan 19, 143275, and that one's going out from London. And all those ports have called in the Caribbean. You'll not get a better deal to the Caribbean.
No, that's one of the best we've ever had in 10 years. It really is. And then we also had a luxury corner with Oceania for the 16th of August 2019, and you've got so much included in that one. And don't forget, Glenn has put together, he spent a lot of time putting this together.
Weeks, put that stuff together.
Yeah, and you'll be entered into a prize draw just for booking a cruise.
All my nectar points gone.
Now, can I just say, Massive thank you to everybody for joining us tonight. This is your last show?
Last show before Christmas. Guys, have a great Christmas, New Year. I'll see you in January.
You have a great Christmas.
See you in January, yeah.
I'll see you next
Have a nice
week.
birthday.
Yeah, oh yeah, thank you. I'll see you next week.
Cheers, guys.
Take care.
Hiya, thanks for watching the video. Now don't forget to like, comment and subscribe below. Remember to click that bell to get all notifications, and if you're looking for more fantastic travel video content, like this click on the videos to the right hand side. It'll be really informative. Or click on the Planet logo to the left to go to our website for some fantastic deals. Keep cruising.